here's the thing with Marc, Shem, and E.
Okay, now that we're done doing our pissing contest at all of the right ideologies, it's time to take some shots at my good friends, the left.
You soy boy beta cock, the transaction is complete.
Starting off with my favorite of the bunch, Democrats. Democrats, to quote a perfect TV show.
You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose. If liberals are so smart, how come they lose so goddamn always?
Hey.
I know, I understand. You guys feel like you have moral superiority in a lot of this. But here's the deal. You guys are responsible for some of the worst things to happen in the United States history ever. All right. You guys were the ones that hated Martin Luther King. You guys were the ones responsible for mass incarceration. You guys are responsible for the entire economic destruction of Latin America. You guys are responsible for mass deportations. I'm talking to you, Obama. You guys have a lot of blood on your hands, too. And claiming that you guys are on everybody else's team is just silly when you guys share the same paycheck as the same Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham's just on the other side of the aisle. But that's not even what I'm here to beef with. I'm here to beef with you. What is the best way to describe you? How about a donkey? All right, your literal mascot is a donkey. I don't know what better way to describe you in animal form. You guys are constantly talking about how it is that you guys are going to enact change. And then when you get power, you literally enact no change. You have fought more against democratic socialists than you have ever fought against the Republican Party. And that is some sad. You had 40 different people trying to run at the same time to win the leader of the Democratic ticket, and almost all of them sucked. Oh, like literally. No, seriously, just go back and read through some of the people who were trying to run. Remember Tulsi Gabbard? Remember that chick? Yeah, I bet you don't, but you just looked her up. Most importantly, of all of the things that annoy me more than anything else, it's the compromise. You guys compromise on everything. There is nothing that you are willing to compromise. And because there's nothing that you aren't willing to compromise, there is no actual party value for the Democrats. Seriously, I just looked it up. There is no party value. You guys are just a party that exists to rival the Republican Party. And I personally think that you guys need to be folded into each other. Y'all deserve each other because it wouldn't make a difference to me.
You're tacky and I hate you.
White liberals. All right, I've already taken several heaping dumps on liberals, so I'm gonna go pretty easy on this one and just say exactly how I feel coming out of the summer this year. Watching a bunch of people who have never taken any stance one way or another on black issues sit there and hold hands with black people and name streets after Black Lives Matter and do all that stuff while enacting zero actual change are the worst kinds of people. All right. You get no points for arguing with somebody on Facebook that Black Lives Matter. I can't think of a better example of failure than plastering Breonna Taylor's face on every goddamn sidewalk in the United States and then not arresting the people who murdered Breonna Taylor. Actually, no, I can think of a better example. That is kneeling down and wearing dashikis. Do you know how stupid you guys looked? But the fact is that you guys are the ones that have more power than marginalized people. If you are not using that power in order to forward or pay it forward to the lives of marginalized people, then you're just taking up space. Grow up, enact real change. Stop posturing. Stop posing. Stop asking me if I'm okay about Martin Luther King's assassination. I don't know. It happened 50 years before I was born. It wasn't 50 years. I have no idea. I have no semblance of math, and you guys know this. Green Party. I have one thing and one thing to say to you. I'm just kidding. I have nothing to say to you. You guys will never win an election in any capacity ever. I'm not saying that selling environmental freedom isn't sexy, but it's not sexy. The fact is that Green Party has actually made some incredible strides over the years. You guys bumped up from 1% of the population knowing who you are to 3%. And that's dope. And in Canada right here, we actually have an amazing leader of the Green Party right now, whose face will be plastered in one of these directions.
This is a moment that demands daring, courageous leadership.
But the fact is that unless you guys really start to nut up and get your hands dirty with some actual policies, nobody's going to care. Nobody. And I'm saying that as somebody who actually reads up on this stuff. Nobody cares. All right. I cannot name a single person who has ever run for the Green Party in the United States in any point in history. I'm not even entirely convinced that they really have. The fact is that with the Green Party, we know exactly what you believe about environmentalism, but very little about anything else. What's your views on the religious right? What's your views on immigration? What's your views on police brutality? These are things that matter to everyday people. What's your views on jobs? That's the number one issue in every single election since like the 40s. All right. We don't know where jobs are. That's what we want. And the fact that you guys are talking about green energy and all this stuff is cool, but unless it's putting some money in people's pockets, I mean, we have to eat. Right? Liberals.
Handmade in USA.
Your magic jeans are from BWL. Oh, lemon. It's not handmade in USA. It's pronounced handmade in USA. The Han people are a Vietnamese slave tribe, and USA is their island prison. They made your jeans. You know how they get the stitching so small? Orphans.
Oh, liberals. Okay. Liberals are a fun political identity because you guys get to have all of the moralistic superiority of people who are doing the right thing while also never doing the right thing. You guys are obsessed with peace and unity and tranquility as long as it's for white men. That's real. You guys took until the 2000s in Canada to have legalized gay marriage. Do you know how gay Canada is? Do you have any idea? Almost, I am not shitting you. Every single one of my female friends is gay. All right, all of them. Yes, you too. I'm just kidding. I gotta cut that out. I don't respect liberals because you guys get so little done in one lifetime, and then you take props for it for the rest of your lives. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to be impressed with all of the street signs that said Black Lives Matter?
The Black Lives Matter street mural that put the city of Martinez in the national spotlight won't be around much longer. City Council plans to pave over it as part of a wider paving project they say has been planned now for some time.
All right, so maybe take all of that sanctimonious crap and either put into policy or shut the If you think that you are done your work on progressing, then you are always going to turn into a goddamn conservative. That's how it works. The things that you rebel against in your youth become lightweight by the time you're an adult. So you have to keep raging against the machine. Moderates. The Matt Stone and Trey Parker of political ideologies. I do not know how to explain this better than how I'm going to say this right now. Apathy is not a political identity. It is first-year psych major. I'm not saying that you have to play for a particular team. That's not what this is about, but you don't feel strongly about anything. That to me tells me that your life has been so goddamn awesome that you have never had any political ideology affect you personally, which, as somebody who is a descendant of slaves, takes personal resignation against.
I don't know. This spooky thing called slavery happened and my entire ethnic identity was erased.
I don't like you. If you are somebody who believes that you can get away from any political conversation by saying, oh, well, you know, I'm actually a moderate. I don't dabble in, you know. What are you? What Betty Draper world do you live in where nothing affects you? It's just like, you're like human tapioca. I'm not even kidding. I do not know what tapioca tastes like. And I've had it several times over the course of my life. I have no idea. I have no strong opinions one way or another. Leftists. My brothers in arms. My beautiful people. The political identity I feel I'm most close to for the last, I don't know, 2 years. Maybe I'm just really angry. So what is my problem with leftists? My problem with leftists is very simple. Go ahead and type in to any leftist forum or even left-leaning forum and ask, what is a leftist? And you will be arguing with 3,000 people for the rest of your week. I'm not kidding. Every single person will sit there and argue with you and talk to you like you're supposed to be reading up on Maoism. Look, the fact is, I think that when it really comes down to it, the leftists don't really have a straight political identity. What we need to do, I'm not aligning myself with you monsters. What the leftists need to do is they need to learn. And I know that's hard for you guys because you guys are all psych majors or history majors or art majors or some kind of major. You need to learn how it is that you can enact your plans through political process. I am a huge fan of civil disobedience, but I also understand that with Martin Luther King's civil disobedience, he was on the phone with Congress people every single day. The revolution is slow and methodical and filled with paperwork. And if all you guys want to do is slap on some leather chaps, run in front of a Capitol building with AK-47s, you will accomplish nothing. Let me tell you this right now. This ain't Mad Max and this is not your revolution. Leftists, if you are listening, which I know you are because you don't have a job, what you lack in organization, you make up for in passion. So what you need to do is you need to figure out how it is that you can get organized, and you need to figure out how it is that you can join up into the political process. We need that for our future generations. Believe you me, people like AOC, Ilhan Omar, Jacinda Ardern, they're making real practical change, and they're doing it without pitchforks. So we can all do a little bit better. And bring your pitchforks. You work at Walmart. Lastly, new Dems, the new people who are taking up the reins in the Democratic Party in the United States, people like the aforementioned Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez or Ilhan Omar or Cori Bush, or a lot of these people who are just absolutely killing it right now. And shout out to women. They really just filling in the blanks that us men really just left on pause. I don't know, man. Maybe we're just all exhausted. I think that you guys are actually doing a fantastic job. My only real message to you guys is, with all of the compromise, with all of the political politicking, do not lose your soul. Remember what it is that you got into this for. You did this to help regular people, because all of you are regular people. You're not like Republicans and Democrats, all right? Republicans and Democrats, most of them, even though they talk like they're for the people, are usually sons of other Republicans and Democrats. And a good amount of them have never actually even seen what they consider to be the real America until they're on the campaign trail. You're different. You see the pain that we're all in, especially after the last couple of years. And we have had a hard last couple of years. So I want you to remember what it is that you're fighting for. Look into all of our sad, cold, tired eyes and remember that that is the reason why we are putting you in office. And believe you me, we will take you out of office just as fast. All right. We had a lot of fun here taking the piss out of a lot of different political ideologies. If that is your own political ideology, I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that I meant every single word of what I said. I'm not changing nothing for nobody. Look, if I can make fun of myself, then I can make fun of you too. And I think that this is a call on for all of us, all right? We are as much a part of the political process as the leaders who are in politics. We need to start taking responsibility for some of the things that are happening within our own communities. That's my word on to you. I thank you guys for rocking with me. My name is Marc Samuels, and this is So Here's the Thing. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us and all of our transitions and changes. And hey, here is to 4 years of a government that isn't actively trying to kill all of us. All right, we did it. We made it. I can't wait to see what happens in the next 4 years. Peace.